got into farming in 2010, 12 years ago. And the reason why, my husband fell ill.
I get into farming at a very young age because around approximately 16, 17 years old. Because that is where I had my first child.
I've been involved in farming for the last 30 years. I want to be independent.
I took on farming really after I left college, in the community college in 2020. I did environmental science and geography to help me boost my studies with the biodiversity and basically just help me out with farming.
Jolene Lampkin, and I'm the co-owner of Lampkin's Natural Farm, which is situated in the community of Rose Hall, North Leeward Coast, St. Vincent in the Grenadines.
My name is Daphne Keto. I'm the president of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Network of Rural Women Producers.
My name is Nesta Bilinji. I am the vice president of the Network of Rural Women Producers.
My name is Melinda Robinson. I am 22 years of age. I'm an entrepreneur, but I mostly focus on farming, sustainability, and conservative methods.
This farm is a vegetable, fruits, herbs.
It's a tropical food farm. So we have different income streams. We have 10 main crops that we make a livelihood from. Namely guava, that's our #1 crop. In our vegetable garden, we have popular cash crops such as mustard.
These are cabbages.
Pak choy, carrots.
This is peppermint. We have lettuce.
Chive, okra, eggplants.
Hot peppers, sweet peppers.
We have at least 48 varieties of indigenous food crops.
We basically have lots of herbs, 35 different types of herbs.
I do a lot of mixed farming. I do mixed farming because sometimes you try to stick to one thing and then things don't work out.
We do mixed crop. We do crop rotation.
I don't use chemicals.
We are a zero chemical farm. We have a pest management program. We use natural remedies to control pests. We spray our plants with neem and garlic. And the other indigenous methods we use to control pests.
Biodiversity and the wildlife on my farm. I am building bird houses and bug houses to house different types of ladybugs, which are great pest control, and the birds, of course.
Some of the natural practices that I will use. I normally grow hot peppers. So whenever I plant cabbage, for instance, I will allow them to ripen. I soak them, and after soaking them for 2-3 days, I'll strain off the water and then I'll apply that in the spray can and I'll spray the green so that I use less herbicide.
You have to know what plant to plant with which vegetable to plant next to each other to avoid pests. In this pen, we normally house at least 300 rabbits, but since the volcanic eruption, we did not do much breeding of rabbits. So we have less than 50 right now. We use our rabbit manure because it's rich in nitrogen and it does a very wonderful work in our vegetable garden.
I have here is basically the horse manure, whatever leaves and different kitchen stuff, animal from the sheep manure and whatever we put together.
I usually do poultry farming, and whenever I clean my pen, I put them in to rot. And after 3 months, I use these on the farm.
We also have bees for pollination. It is very critical that you must have pollinators to pollinate a food farm.
Farming SPG is great because of the climate. We have suitable rainfall for majority of the year, although we experience in the dry season with an extended period right now in May.
We have terrible drought. We have to call this a drought. And I don't really have the capacity of the water harvesting.
We're self-sufficient in water. We have at least 40,000 gallons of stored capacity on the farm at this point in time.
I would love to have a well. You know,
a deep water.
Yeah, a deep water well. The challenges is numerous.
We don't have a seed bank in SVG, so all the seeds we getting are imported.
Might be growing a crop, and then at the end, marketing might be a problem.
It's a lot of money building these simple stands with steel. When the government get in power, they had an initiative, like they were saying that you don't have to have any collateral, so you can get a loan. So I went to see if I could get the loan, and I was successful. From getting that loan, I start to do it now in a business type of way.
This building here was made out of volcanic ash. We did not throw away the ash we scooped up from our farm. We may use the ash to make blocks, and we'll use this building to do pulping of fruits.
Workers is another problem. You can't get no worker at all to work in this type of weather especially.
I prefer a machinery system to be implemented, especially among the female farmers. Most of what we do, we depend on labor from other sources, and because we do not do mechanized farming, this would hinder us a lot.
I think we should have a lot of technologies, because there's so much technology now that could clear land, different from tractors and cutlass and hoe.
Here we have our solar panels. Because we're completely off the grid, we are integrating renewable energy technology on our small integrated farm. Any fruit that is unwanted or on the ground, we give to our rabbits and sheep. They take care of all our farm waste.
There is enough raw material in SVG to start a compost facility.
I think everybody should get involved in farming. People should grow what they eat.
Approximately 3,000 to 3,300 women farmers are heavily involved in production, livestock, as well as processing activities. Here in St. Vincent, this is one of the many women, me, my young self.
When you plant something from an infancy, from a plant, and you monitor the way it is being coming, you have a sense of satisfaction.
I love farming because when I plant we are vegetarians. We eat only fish occasionally, so we are very mindful of where we get our food source and supply. And when we plant our own food, we know what we're eating. You know, in St. Vincent, the top 3 major diseases are cancer, hypertension, and diabetes.
Eating the organic food, you remain a bit healthier, and you stay away from the doctor also. If something could really come along to assist us, we will be greatly appreciative normally of that.